Jesus Christ was walking along a dusty road when he saw a man standing on the edge of a cliff, staring down into the abyss. The man looked as though he was about to jump. Jesus knew that this man was in great distress, and he knew that he had to act fast. "Friend, what are you doing?" Jesus asked, his voice full of concern. The man turned to Jesus and replied, "I am going to end my life. I can't take it anymore. My troubles are too great." Jesus replied, "Please do not take your own life. You are loved and there is hope. Remember what I have said. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. You don't have to bear your burdens alone. The man shook his head, tears streaming down his face. "But Lord, I have lost everything, my family, my home, my job. How can I go on?" Jesus walked up to the man. "Do you remember the story of Job?" he asked. "Job lost everything he had, but he never lost his faith in God, and in the end, God restored everything he had lost, and more." "Please, my son," Jesus said gently, "do not give up hope. Your life may be difficult now, but God has a plan for you. He will not give you more than you can bear." The man hesitated, then said, "But I am so ashamed of my past. I have done terrible things, and I don't know how to make things right." Jesus put a comforting hand on the man's shoulder and said, "Remember, if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness." 1 John 1:9. There is no sin too great that cannot be forgiven. You only need to ask for forgiveness and turn away from your past. The man looked at Jesus, tears streaming down his face. "But what about my future? How will I make it through this difficult time?" Jesus replied, "Remember, I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." John 16:33. I am with you always, even in the midst of your troubles. You can trust me to lead you through them. The man looked deep into Jesus' eyes and saw nothing but love and compassion. He stepped back from the edge of the cliff and fell to his knees, sobbing. Jesus knelt beside him and held him close, whispering words of comfort and hope. In that moment, the man felt a peace that he had never felt before. He knew that he had a purpose and that he was loved. He got up and followed Jesus, with heart full of gratitude.